the hill. On Happy Valley Road. What a name, Happy Valley Road. Gotta love it. Go. You might not be able to see them. There's a couple of roos. Oh, and the track is a bit eroded through here. Flood damage, no doubt. Quite bad flood damage. The first half a kilometre was horrible. We'll press on towards Chewton, see how it goes. Look, what that? Lovely stuff. Gotta stay away from the creek line. Take the high road. Oh yeah, this is nice. Good riding. It's supposed to be about 27 degrees up here, and I tell you what, it feels it. It's warm, real warm day after so many days of crap cold weather. Ah, it's a delight. Back of Wesley Hill, this area. This is all the alluvial gold workings of old Castlemaine or Forest Creek diggings. One of the richest alluvial gold workings back in the 1850s, 1860s. Enormous amount of gold came out of it. It's a track across the Pennyweight Flat. We'll go and check that out, haven't been there for ages. One of those bridges, pick a plank and stick with it. Pennywet Flat Cemetery. Oh, this was the children's cemetery. Sad story out here. This is the site of the Pennywet Flat Cemetery, a rare surviving example of the Gold Rush Cemetery. And there were lots of children born, unfortunately buried out here. About 200 people, many children and babies, and they were the poor people, unfortunately. The site was pretty barren, and now all the regrowth forest around it, but it was at that time the richest alluvial goldfield in the world, and mass migration came to Castlemaine and to Bendigo and Ballarat because of the stories from Pennywet Flat and from the Forest Creek diggings. We'll have a walk over and look at the cemetery. Signboard for the cemetery. Children's cemetery from 1852. Children buried here because of the diseases of the time. And cemetery, there's not much to show for it because most of them were buried either with no headstone or with just a timber headstone that in 170 years has rotted away completely. There's a few stone headstones up here though, we can see. One here, undoubtedly a child's grave because of the size of it, an infant's grave. No marking on the headstone. There's one or two up here that are more influential people, but they've probably been buried a lot later. This one's a child's grave, memory of something or other, perhaps the elder soul, son anyway, aged, I don't know, is that supposed to be 8 years? I'm not sure, can't really tell. But here we've got a stone in honour of the pioneers. It's not actually a headstone, it's just a memorial from 1929. What have we got for a date? Oh no, it was 1855. John Skillicorn, in memory of his darling, his daughter Mary, who died on the 8th of February 1855. 18 months, oh god, and this is in memory of Elizabeth, who died 30th January, aged 12 months also. Oh, 2 children, John Skillicorn's children by the looks of it, or John Skillicorn's daughter and another child, not sure. 1855, so that's probably the oldest. This one, you can see it because of the light. Let's see it on the headstone. Hugh James Briley, who died aged 14 months in January or June 1853. I think it's January the 26th. Yeah, January. Poor lad, only a baby. Oh dear. Hugh James Briley. Heartrending. The hardships of the time. Oh, J. Hayes, aged 7 days, died in the 1850s at some stage. That's the original headstone. Oh. It's a very quiet and peaceful place. Views out across Forest Creek diggings back towards Castlemaine and out towards Chewton. And here we're at the site of what's called the Monster Meeting, 1851. Miners had a meeting here. It was similar to the issues at Eureka Stockade, where the concern was the miners' rights and the enforcement of that by the troopers at the time. This whole area, it's all the old gold workings, cleared land, lots of scattered vegetation. It's all part of the Castlemaine Heritage Park, or National Heritage Park. And down here we've got the memorial to the Monster Meeting. As you can see, it was a meeting of gold diggers in December 1851. 14,000 people protested against the licence system, the outrageous licence system, and they continued to protest, and that was 1851. And in 1854 was the Eureka Rebellion, which was even more severe and led to great changes. Yeah. Over here they've got a flag flying. That flag, no doubt the flag that was used at the time of the rebellion. Pick and shovel, and the scales on the flag being the scales used to weigh out the gold. No doubt a time of great rebellion, and in Australia it led to the first steps towards democracy for people. Well, this is the track up to the Welsh village, Welsh mining ruins. This steep old rocky old track up into the forest near Castlemaine. Not far from the Goldfields track. All the land, it's all been worked over, as you can see down in that gully there. Lots of rubble, lots of regrowth forest. The occasional pine tucked away in there as well, that are not native to the area. Whole forest of pines up there, and that's a great big mullock heap up above us, I think, from mining activity. Well, the track got a bit narrow up here, and there was a reason for that. And down there, the chasm of what I think was part of the slate mines that were also operating up in this area. There's a great big trench down there, dropping down, and that's all slate on the other side, which was quarried for slate roofs and other building works around the area over the last century or more. Yeah, pretty impressive slate quarry down there. But as well as the slate quarry, I don't know whether it's opening to a shaft or not. We'll go and have a look. Mining works, sign saying do not enter. Looks like it might have collapsed at some stage, but definitely a mine tunnel in there. Well, the surprises you get, I've never seen this one before. Well, it's been a bit of a hunt to try and find this Welsh village, but I'm starting to see signs of it here. That's the stacked rock walls. Must have taken a wrong turn somewhere on the track. Not entirely sure. There's certainly a lot of wall work here. Well, it looks like diggings rather than buildings. Definitely old gold country here. Well and truly worked over. Well, I'm back here again. Had an interesting walk around, but drew a bit of a blank on the old Welsh village. Everything seems to have changed a bit. I need to go back and look at the old maps from 15 years ago when I last came up here. You might be able to see over on the other side, about there's a bit of classic old stone wall. That's Probably part of the old road that went into this village, I'd suggest. The new road up there was steeper and it led me astray, so I didn't get to where I wanted to go. I shall come back later on another day. Cheers. This is Expedition Pass Reservoir. The pass was named by Major Thomas Mitchell in 1836, before Melbourne was even really settled. And he named it Expedition Pass because his expedition went through a narrow gap in the hills that you can sort of see over there. And this was a pass through here. And then later on, during the Gold Rush period, they built the reservoir. This is Expedition Pass Reservoir, which was the water supply that fed the Garfield wheel. The water flowed from here down to the Garfield wheel and turned the wheel to crush rock and extract the gold. So as a result of that, we've got this beautiful reservoir now. Well, I've come out here to the forest near Chewton, also near Castlemaine, in the gold digging area, and a feature out here that's quite remarkable. Been here many times before, and it's right up here on the right. It's actually a structure that was built in gold diggings days, the gold rush times. This area was, of course, the first major alluvial gold rush in the 1850s, and up on the hill here they also had some water work going on, running a very large crushing plant, and because of that they built a huge water mill, a water wheel that was powered by water channeled down out of the nearby hills, and that water turned a great wheel to crush the rock, and this is the remains of it, the foundation. It's still standing today. The wheel that was held in this supported by this foundation was actually about 2 or 3 times as tall as that current foundation is. There's a nice view through there. You can actually see the markings on the internal side of the foundation that show where the water wheel actually moved, or was made space for, supported up at the top with a great big axle, and it was the Forest Creek water wheel, site of the battery, 1887, and water supply was diverted down from Expedition Pass from the reservoir up on the hill that you saw, and then it was used to crush rocks, crush the gold bearing rock. Take a walk up the steps here. Part of the Goldfields track here, and you can get another view through from the other side. So when it was running with water that was channeled down by this aqueduct here, it would have been an impressive beast with a huge towering wheel spinning around. This was the aqueduct right in here. The water channeled down, and then a chute would have run across, right across there to the wheel, and the water powered the wheel and crushed the rock. Part of the history of this gold mining area. Here in the bush outside Fryestown, not far from Castlemaine, we've got a memorial plaque. It suddenly appears, and you can probably see it there. It's a memorial to the Duke of Cornwall engine house. Now, what's the Duke of Cornwall got to do with here? Well, it was a construction by the Cornish miners who used their skill and their labour to construct this grand mine. And this building is the Cornish pumping house of the Duke of Cornwall mine. It was a shaft mining operation, I guess, because that's what the Cornish miners, the tin miners, were famous for. They came to Australia and applied it to gold mining here in Castlemaine. And the old engine house, been here for a long time. They protected it by putting a roof on it. Originally it wouldn't have had a roof like that. Would have had a pumping machinery up there at the top and possibly just been open, or it may have had a flat roof across it. Not sure exactly, but it's now a heritage listed property. But as you can see from the signs, the owners have marked it off private property. Nobody's allowed to go anywhere close to it, which is a shame. We'll see a bit more of it. I'll get the drone out and have an aerial view. We're in Frystown. We're down by the Camp Street Reserve. Frystown's an old gold mining town. The digging, day of the diggings, and just here in Frystown there's also the old Burke and Wills Mechanics Institute. It's constructed 1863 after the gold rush, named of course after the famous explorers Burke and Wills, and it's still standing as a community centre used by the community for various activities, markets, stores and so on. It's a lovely building of the time. I think you can see around here there's some old signs that show that they have it operating as a gallery. An art school and gallery that's run there from time to time. So it's a lovely old gold mining relic from the gold mining days in the Castlemaine region.
Staying at home, turn off the phone, I will listen to you. You lay in the sheets, you hold on to me like I'm already gone, and whisper your words like secrets written in an old moleskin. Look up above, the sunlight seems like it is gonna break in, and something ain't right. Yeah, something ain't right. Oh, something ain't right. Something ain't right. You straighten my shirt, wearing the skirt that my mother gave to you. I come up behind you and kiss on the side of your neck a few, and turn off the lights. The stars in the sky are turning so clear, and without the words, the feelings unheard can still be just as sincere. But something's not right. Something ain't right. Oh, something ain't right. Something ain't right. Walking the leaves under the trees without any shoes on, and holding my hand to spin you around, and I sing you a song, and taking a breath like taking yourself to the hospital. And I feel okay, almost the same, but I know I'm not here.